Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker and the happiest of New Year's to all of you. I was just saying the other day on Facebook, God damn it, you freaking website. Why don't you have a button that says, tagged, safe, and survivor of 2016? What a freaking website. Anyway, we survived. For those of us who have made it, that also made me think, the ones that why celebrate so much the new year? First of all, we invented as a society that it's New Year, but depending on, certain calendars, it's not really New Year. It's New Year somewhere, and according to other calendars, it's not even the New Year. So if we invented this huge celebration every 365 or every fourth year, 366 days, what does it mean? What are we really celebrating? This year, literally, what I celebrated was the fact that I survived 2016. It was like, yay, the ones that have made it through 365 or 6 days, no, it was actually 6, have the right to celebrate. It's like Hunger Games or something. Really ridiculous. It has come to that point of desperation where we are literally struggling in that way. So for the occasion marking the happiest of survivals of 2016 and jumping into 2017, I would like to present to you my top 5 fragrances for the month of January. Are you ready for this? Now, this is a really awkward selection, perhaps some of you might think, but it's what I'm wearing these days the most. So let's begin with the beginning, shall we? The morning. You wake up in the morning, you don't feel like P. Diddy, but you put on Fahrenheit, the pure parfum. This is Fahrenheit Parfum, the 75 milliliter spray version. This is a relatively new concoction. I shall be doing a review on this one. Let's put it on now. I'm feeling the vibe of Fahrenheit so much. I'm loving Fahrenheit, the pure perfume. Now, this much I will say. It's fresh, and then the dry down is warm because it's the pure perfume, and François Demachy really kind of nailed it with this one as a new concentration reinterpretation of the original, which is the Eau de Toilette. Even though it's a parfum, it doesn't last even half the time on my skin that the Eau de Toilette Fahrenheit would last. So in this case, go figure. The concentration doesn't really mean it's everlasting. But I love it in the morning because it gives me a kick. It gives me a fresh awakening. And then pretty soon it hits that kind of bottom tone, which is a warm vanillic touch to it. There's something warm in there, which is kind of a total contrast to the Eau de Toilette, which stays gasoline-y all the way through. But anyway, I'm loving this in winter because, as you can see the color, it's like kind of a heat color, but it begins really cool and then it ends really hot. So the bottle really describes it, guys. It begins like with this cool, icy white, and then it goes into orange, red, and then black on top. So it kind of melts the ice and warms the cold winter days in a way. Moving on, it would not be top of the 5 without a Chanel now, would it? Again, I don't know how many consecutive times in a row. You could check out in the description box down below my past favorites of the month, but 31, RUE CAMBON, Eau de Toilette, not Eau de Parfum. I shall never stress enough to repeat this, guys. I am living for 31 RUE CAMBON Eau de Toilette. Now, this has become my favorite Les Exclusives fragrance these past months. It's just, let's put it on this hand. Oh my God, I'm overdoing it with all these perfumes. Oh my God. Chanel, what are you doing to us? Olivier Polge took over as head perfumeur of the House of Chanel, and his dad, Jacques Polge, has retired. So Jacques Polge created the Eau de Toilette range of the Les Exclusives, exception made for the original 4. Number 22, Gardenia, BOIS des Iles, and CUIR de Russie, which were Ernest Beau's creations. However, now, around 2007-8, I can't really remember the year now, the Eau de Toilettes came out. Now they're all been discontinued in favor of the Eau de Parfums, which are way more expensive than the Eau de Toilettes. The ingredients, to my nose, smell of lesser quality, but the price is higher. I'm not liking it at all. Do not get Dior de Parfums. If you wish to get 31 Rue Cambon, I've smelled it in Eau de Parfum. It's a mess in the dry down. Total freaking mess. Dior de Toilette is noble, royal. It's the haute couture of fragrances. The dry down of 31 Rue Cambon is, it's just divine. The quality of it is beyond anything. So this one covers me the whole day. And I do have a 200 ml bottle and also 75 ml bottle. The 75 ml bottle is in my bag with me all day. If I need that special Joji moment, I go for it. So that's a must-have for me, again, in the top 5 for January as well, because it's warm and cool at the same time. So it works indoors and outdoors. Outdoors in the cold weather, indoors where the ambient is heated. Number 3. The third fragrance is a Dior again, and we're hitting, so we did morning, we're doing whole day routine, and this is already kind of post midday. We're moving after lunch, let's say it. Yeah, it's after lunch when kind of, because the days are still quite short in winter. It's December now. The days are getting longer since the 21st or 22nd of December, but they're still pretty short in some countries. This one kind of reminds me of sun. So, Oud Ispahan with its roses, with its oud, and with its kind of memory of oriental beauty and warmth and the sun just sizzling on your skin. That warmth really transpires through this one and gets me through that moment when the sun is kind of setting and we're getting into that cold and freezing night. This one just keeps you warm. That sparks that spark, that fire, and it just like gets you through that sunset and makes you think, okay, just a couple of weeks more. Spring is a-coming. I know we're just at the beginning of winter, but in my mind, I'm already in spring because I'm not a big fan of winter. Moving on, we're heading into evening right now. It's already like night, and we need something incensey for our warming pleasures. Let's call it that way. So my number 4 is from the incense series of the Comme des Garcons Perfumes. It is the Avignon perfume in 50 ml. This one is only available as 50 milliliters. It's a spray bottle. Very simple kind of vial looking bottle here. Oops, it just fell down. You could check the review of this one in the description box down below. I will also post the link to the Oud Ispahan review that I made quite some time ago, as well as the 31 Rue Cambon, and the next perfume that's coming up as well. Fahrenheit still, as of now, needs to receive a review, and there will be a review coming soon. However, let's get back to Avignon. Avignon is the French version of the incense series. Each one of the 5 incense fragrances from the Comme des Garcons incense series is dedicated to a different kind of religious center, city, or cultural religious center of certain religions. I'm also a big fan of Jassalmer, but Jassalmer to me is more of a springy type of fragrance. Avignon is right now. It sets the tone. It's like a mellowed down incense, so it's really good around like from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., those 4 hours when we're heading into evening and nightfall. And it just warms up all your kind of senses, and it makes you feel all cuddly, and it wants you. It wants you. It wants something else. What it wants is a partner. Somebody to kind of spend some time with. This one is very pleasant. It's not overpowering like Oud Ispahan. Oud Ispahan can be very overpowering and very cloying. Extremely cloying if you don't know how to dose this one, because this one also has quite a few artificial ingredients there, like some, I don't know, benzoins or something is in there that that definitely attaches itself to your clothes and to your skin. It just won't go away for days and days. On the clothes, I have it, even if I wash the clothes, I'll still have it on there for a couple of weeks. This one is really, really like, it attaches itself and it won't let you go. So it's a very, very great scent for winter, even though I do use it in summer as well. But incense is way lighter. It's more smoky. It kind of evaporates quicker. It doesn't really cloy. It's very, very, very comfortable to wear. It's comfortable for you, and it's comfortable for the person that's next to you. So it's a very seductive smell because it makes people want to come in closer. So that's the one that kind of leads me into the evening. And then as that night falls, well, the night has already fallen, but after 8 p.m., after dinner, or we're going to a dinner, but it's a fancy dinner, so it better be worth it, because if it's so cold outside, you better believe it that I am not going to move my butt out of the house unless there's a very, very special occasion and reason for it. And if I'm going out to dinner in winter time, the mood has to be perfect. The person I'm out with has to be perfect. My mood has to be perfect. And the seduction degree is at its highest peak. And for the occasion, Eau Noire is my number 5 favorite for the month of January. Actually, the first month of 2017. It's the first month of the year. Why am I thinking 7? Whatever. I'm totally my numbers. Me and numbers. Eau Noire by Christian Dior. This one, I screwed on, no pun intended, the sprayer on top, because this is the first version bottle, 250 milliliter, bottle designed by Hedi Slimane when he was the creative director of Dior Homme. You could see the difference in bottles, and I've showcased this in my past reviews. Both of these bottles are 250 milliliter bottles, but one looks smaller than the other. They're just doing this to make us pay more. Just to let you know, I don't know how much these cost right now, but 250 ml of the eau de cologne, which is even more intense than the eau de parfum in my personal opinion, but oh well. That was back in the day when ingredients were still pre-2012. This one went for $125 or euro. Now it's around 300 and something. So it's the price is more than doubled. Granted, we've passed from eau de cologne to eau de parfum, but guys, seriously, whatever, the greed is really palpable there. Granted, we only had 3 in the beginning. We had Eau Noire, Cologne Blanche, and Bois d'Argent in eau de cologne form. I have all 3 in eau de cologne. Incredible. I also love Cologne Bois d'Argent in its eau de parfum form, just because the eau de cologne is sold out and discontinued. But the eau de cologne was much better to the nose. Oh my God. Incredible fragrance. But anyway, Eau Noire in its original cologne form. This one, as you could see, black water. I mean, it's a dark green, but it's kind of reminiscent of black. This one is crazy. Let me switch up my hair. I'm so annoyed by it because I'm letting it grow and it's just, there's no really combing it. I'm not allowed to use any hairspray or anything because it might break, because bleach at this length, it's getting really delicate. Anyway, guys, bear with me. Because the roots are gone now, but, you know, we're getting there. Marilyn Monroe calling. Back to you. All right. Eau Noire, and you could check the review of this fragrance in the description box down below. I shall post a link to it. Is definitely, it represents the black of winter, the night of winter. It represents that freezing cold of winter when the wood in ancient houses and mansions, when you enter it, you could kind of walk over it, it kind of crackles and makes that noise that shows you like how frozen even the wood is. And yet there's a spark with somewhere in that mansion or that villa, and I say that in my review of this fragrance as well, that is kind of burnt. There's that after smell of burnt wood, and you're in this environment where you're surrounded by the cold, but then you figure out that once this is on you, you have that heat coming from within that is so intense and powerful that it could heat up the entire room, the entire building, the entire surrounding village, city, continent, world even, universe. That's how overwhelming this one can get. It is not as cloying as Oud Ispahan, but it is dominant. It is dominant in all of its facets and aspects. It literally grabs you by the neck. It holds you tight. The grasp is just so intense. And yet it lets you breathe. And I mean, we have, you know, the lavender in there. We have the licorice in there. We have the roots and the woods in there that in the dry down just become majestic. And it makes you feel rich. not materially speaking, just materially speaking, but also just of the soul. Your soul feels pampered. It feels warm. It feels like it can survive another winter. Literally, this perfume and fragrance is full of hope. Please help us, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're our only hope, or your last hope, actually. Eau Noire is kind of my Obi-Wan Kenobi. And, you know, having said that, who knows how long this video will be online. But let's say it's online for another 20 years and somebody watches it up to this point. You will now find out that relatively soon to the date of filming of this video, Princess Leia has passed away. Actually, not Princess Leia, but Carrie Fisher, the actress who acted Princess Leia. And for the occasion, I would like to bid her farewell, as well as her loving mother, Debbie Reynolds, who passed away heartbroken a day after her daughter passed away. Princess Leia, you see this heart of mine beats for you today. Thank you so much, Carrie Fisher, for everything you have done for us, really. Knowing or unknowing, because, you know, the visions and inspirations you set into the brains of people watching it, you can never control that. You have created a character, and your charisma and your unique personality just cover up the whole planet and inspire so much. Your legacy will live on forever, but it is painful. It was a very painful end to a 2016, receiving the news that you had passed away, and that just one day after that your mother passed away as well. It's so the Black Water is a tribute to you, Carrie, wherever you are, and I know you're watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, I'm not so good at these tributes because I get super emotional and close to tears, and I don't want to start 2017 crying. I have shed a tear for Carrie Fisher, though, I'm honest. It was crazy. I don't really cry for celebrities. I shed a tear for David Bowie. 2016 began with tears for him, and it ended with tears for Carrie Fisher. What can I say? I hate 2016. I'm going to make a break in the rules. I'm going to, you know, as I always do, number 6 is Opium, Yves Saint Laurent's Opium Eau de Parfum in its current formulation. This one has a product code batch 38, N as in no-go, and then 500. So 38N500. 30 milliliter Eau de Parfum. I use this as a parfum very sparingly. It's incredibly intense. Review on the Eau de Parfum current formulation also coming soon, so you could watch out for that one coming relatively soon. Opium, why am I using it as a 6th fragrance? Because I find myself, as last month I found myself using Dior Addict Eau de Parfum privately at home a lot. I use this one now in January every day. Like before I go to bed, just one tiny miniature spray lasts me the whole night. It really warms me and relaxes me. So Opium kind of turned out to be my house fragrance. Go figure. Usually this is something I put on if I want to be zesty, go out and conquer the world. But in January, it has evolved into something very intimate, very warm for the soul. This one is the warmest of all of them. This is heat personified, addiction personified, and I guess that sort of heat, you want to live it intimately on your own with yourself. So Opium is my 6th special inclusion fragrance for the month of January 2017. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have liked this video, please do thumb it up. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Let's hope 2017 does not take away more of our idols from us. Let's hope it's a new beginning. It is a new hope. Carrie Fisher and Princess Leia taught us to never lose hope. And I'm telling you, never give up on love. Love you guys. See you soon. Take care. Bye.